Wow, I missed this game.
It's been 2 months since I last played this. 2 months. That's 2 months of updates that have been made to the game, and I have no idea what's been changed. Actually, I do have somewhat of an idea. I went through a few of the patch notes. So today I'm going to show you something that's a little more advanced in the game mechanically, but I want to show it to you because it's kind of tied into the progression of the game. So let's go take a look at that. What we're going to do here is we're going to go hit up the mountain pass because there's something there I want to show you. Okay, so I've been following the main path in the mountain pass for, I don't know, a minute. I've come across a fork in the road. Last time we went to the left towards the labyrinth area. This time we want to go right. Now this thing is really special. This is kind of the first shrine, as I call them. I don't know what they're officially called. This is the first shrine in the game that you may come across. This may not be your first one. I don't know. Basically what this is it's going to show you your skills. Yes, there are skills in this game. There's a skill tree. And there's a skill tree for each and every category of, I guess, gameplay. I don't know. This is kind of the hub area for all of your skills and such. And I'm going to show you. So you put your hand here, grip, and you log in. And this looks very, very cool. What you're looking at here is 5 different skill categories. Okay, we have archery, melee combat, mining, woodcutting, and blacksmithing. I have no XP in archery. I have a lot in melee combat. I have about half in mining, a little bit in woodcutting, a little bit in blacksmithing. You can tell by how much the circle around the icon is filled with blue. I have no skill points. See, I'm a work in progress when it comes to all of these. I'm closest with melee combat. So if I use weapons more swords, more hammers, more whatever, I will eventually get a skill point. Once that circle reaches full, I will gain a skill point. And once you get a skill point, you can locate one of the specific shrines for each one of these skill categories. There's a melee combat shrine actually in the mountain pass. We'll go take a look at it. There's an archery skill shrine. There's a mining skill shrine. They're located in different parts of the map. You have to find them and you'll be able to develop your character from there. It's hard to show you how building your character works because I don't have any skill points, but I'll give you a rundown of how it is. What we're going to do, obviously it's going to take a long time if I were to go to each one of the shrines and, tell you exactly what's available to the player. That's a little too much. So I'm going to show you the melee combat shrine just because I'm close by, and we'll go from there. So to find the melee combat shrine, right, we're still in the mountain pass. We want to head towards the labyrinth, the maze part of the mountain pass. So once we get into the fork in the road, instead of going right like we did last time, we're going to go left. Or, sorry, just straight ahead, I guess. We want to keep hanging on the left wall here till we see these little rocks in the road. We don't want to go that way. We want to keep going straight. We want to keep following these rocks. And then once we reach this area, where there's the tree with the little... So we get to this tree and this rock, we're taking a right. And boom, we have our way up. That's where we want to go. Ooh, hold up. This is an interesting find. This is a lantern, obviously. This is actually a good light source. If we find wood, we can put it in here and actually go into the mines with a light source that'll last us quite a while. We also found a bow. Not just a wooden bow, and a decent metal bow. I'm gonna keep that just in case. And there's the shrine. There's also a ton of loot here. So you can come up here and there's always going to be tons of stuff. I'm actually going to take some of it because we can upgrade the backpack, and I'm always down to do that. So grab some leather pieces, some buckles, some leather straps, and let's get us a backpack upgrade. Why not? This is interesting. I found a claw. Ooh. A rare piece of leather. What you got in here for me? Nothing. Nice. Leather strap here, though. Oops. Didn't want to put that in here. Wait. Yeah, I did. Sorry, I'm kind of stupid sometimes. Actually, all the time. All the time I'm stupid. Okay, here we are. This is the melee combat shrine. Now to log in, of course, you just use your hand. Voila. Now this is the skill tree for melee combat. So each one of these gives you a new ability in melee combat, obviously. Now how this works is there are tiers of different skills. This is a tier 1 skill, right? Oops. That's a tier 1 skill. This is a tier 2 skill, this is a tier 2 skill, and this is a tier 2 skill. Now what that means is you need this tier 1 skill to unlock these tier 2 skills. If I try to grab these, they are not getting activated because we don't have this one. Now this one I can grab and pull, and as you can see when I did that, something happened over here. This dummy spawned with the sword. Basically what this is a little tutorial on how to use the skill. Each one of the skill points, when you pull on them, will give you a tutorial on how to use them. So with the tier 1 skill in melee combat, what it is you hit something 3 times and you get a charged attack. So 1, 2, 3, boom. When your sword glows blue, it's supercharged and it does a ton of damage on the next attack. This skill is actually pretty good if you're into melee combat, and you're going to have to get it if you want to build out your melee skill. Important thing to note, you have to do the tutorial for each skill bubble in order to use it. This is your skill inventory. This is where you hold all of your skill points. This is kind of the menu for your skills. Each one of these holds 1 skill. Okay, as you can see, there are 8 of them. You can only hold 8 skills at once. So you have to be strategic when picking out what you want your character to be strong at. There's a lot of depth when it comes to this. You can do a lot in this game. Melee, blacksmithing, and mining. That's what I want my character to be. Yours can be anything else. You could be a lumberjack and a archer, if that's your thing, okay? At the moment, archery is a little inconsistent. Archery is still fun to do. I think archery is more fun than melee combat, personally, but it is kind of unreliable to me. It's unreliable, so I kind of stay away from it. I recommend you should at least give it a try, though, because maybe you'll like it. And also, archery does have one of the biggest skill trees in the game. There are so many skills to choose from in archery. Let's actually go take a look at that. Alright, so we're back here at the town hall. The Archery Shrine is actually one of the most hidden ones, I think. It's going to be the hardest to find, so I thought I might as well show you in this tutorial, just so you're not taking forever to find it when you want to. Basically what we're going to want to do is we want to take a right. We want to follow this path. Just keep following this path, and you'll see the path will lead here. We don't want to go there. We want to go off trail up here, around this rock, and you'll see this. Very hidden, okay? A little bit of water we can walk through, and another open area. Now, phantoms spawn over here, so beware. The first time I came over here, I was very oblivious. I did not know what I was doing, and I died. Just follow the grass. To the right is the Archery Shrine. Okay, let's log me in. Boom. Holy crap. That's a lot of skills. If we take a look here, what is that? 11 skills? Sorry, I'm covering it with my fire. Get out of the way. Yeah, 11 skills in archery. And there's some pretty strong ones that have been getting nerfed recently, so probably not as strong anymore. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of them. Let's take a look at some of the tier 1 skills. There's 3 tier 1s. So let's try this one out. Alright, let's grab the bow. Let's grab the arrow. Let's pull back. Okay. So this one gives you... Huh, that's interesting. I don't know exactly what this one does. I think it just gives you a quick charge on the arrow. Makes it shoot faster, maybe harder, maybe more damage. I don't know. But hey, that's the fun of it. You get to experience it for yourself. Try it out. See if you like it. I don't know. Okay, I just pulled another one. Oh, this is actually an interesting skill. As you can see, there's a bunch of feathers on the ground, and there's a bag that was floating in the air you have to pick up. There's quite a few of these skills. They do different materials. They collect different materials, but they all work the same. You shake the bag, bars up, toss it on the ground, and it collects everything on the ground. Quite handy. So this is the 3rd tier 1 skill I'm going to try out. Okay, that for sure is a, like, power shot. Charges up, probably does way more damage than it would if you weren't charging it, I'd assume. I mean, come on, this is a video game after all. So those are the 3 tier 1 skills, and as you can see here, they're not very good at explaining what they do just by looking at them. Some of them are. I mean, obviously, if you look here, this is the one we were doing. It was like power. It was the charge and fire. If you go this direction, it looks like it's shooting 2 arrows at once. This one's shooting 3 arrows at once. So maybe that interests you. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to archery. Not that much. So go ahead and test it out for yourself if you want to be an archer. Okay, so we actually have quite a few things here. I want to go make a backpack upgrade real quick because we can. Why not? Right? Alright, so we're here. Let's wait for this guy to finish up with the book. This is what we want. A little pouch. So let's make this. It's kind of laggy. Okay, so for this pouch, we needed 1 leather strap, 2 leather pieces, and just 1 buckle. It's very simple. So let's go ahead and slap. Yeah, let's do black leather first. Then normal leather. Be careful, because it can break, remember. Boom. And a leather strap. 1 strap. 3 nails. Dang. There we go. There's another one in the back here, if you didn't see. And that little dot right there is a buckle. So let's go ahead and slap that in there. And there's our pouch. Now to actually attach this to the backpack, we have to come over here. Hold up, it's kind of dark. You want to come over to these little hooks and slap your backpack on there. It'll snap to the hook. Take your little pouch and you can pick what side it goes on. So let's put it on the right side here. And then you just got to hammer it in. Boom. Alright, so now if we pick up the backpack, we have 2 extra slots on the side here. What we're doing here is maxing out our inventory. Okay, so I'm actually going to put my pickaxe in there. Okay, so, oh, look at this. So we have 1 wooden log. Take your lantern. Boop. You have 1 wood in your lantern now. If you remember back when I first went into the caves, my torches always went out. The lanterns will never go out as long as there's fuel in it. Okay, so those are 2 of the 5 shrines that are available to you. I may visit the other shrines later on. Right now, there's no need to. They all play out kind of the same way. You go over there, put your hand on them. They show you all the skills. You can test them out. You can grab them. And actually, we'll wait until I get a skill point, and I'll show you how to actually equip them. It's quite simple, but I'll do it anyways. Now, here's the problem we're in. We have beginner stuff. We have beginner materials. We know how to level up. Actually, I should explain to you how to level up, what you get XP for. I believe getting XP for melee combat is simply just hitting things. You hit something once, you get XP for it. So the amount of hits it takes to kill something, you're gaining XP every hit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you level up melee combat. Archery, every hit with an arrow, I think gives you experience. With mining, every hit with a pickaxe on an ore gives you experience. Woodcutting, every hit on a tree trunk gives you experience, and with blacksmithing, every hit over the anvil gives you experience, okay? You have to be holding a blade or something. You have to be sharpening something, okay? So, like, every hit, XP, XP, okay? So that's how you gain experience for each one of the categories. Now, when you level up, you'll hear a sound effect, and a little particle effect will occur around your character. It'll be quite obvious. You can also see other people level up, so you may have seen your homeboy level up, and you're like, hold up, how do I do that? He's just been grinding out something for long enough, and he got a skill point for it. You'll eventually get that, and once you do, you'll know exactly which skill point you got from what you were just most recently doing. Now, like I said before, we have beginner materials. What we want to do next is level up our materials. The best material we have right now is iron. Iron is not good enough, okay? Why did we make an iron pick? So we could mine iron and copper. What do you get when you mine iron and copper? Red iron. Red iron is what we want to go for next. It's quite strong for mid-game, which is what we're going for. We've now progressed out of early game into mid-game. We want to level up our character. We want to get better materials. That's all we need to do right now. There are a few things I haven't shown you yet, a few mechanics in the game. We'll come across them eventually, and I'll explain to you what they're about. So at the moment, this guy, is going to collect wood for my lantern. I don't have that much fuel. I'm trying to shoot for 80 logs. I want around 80 logs in this lantern for the trip we're about to take into the mines. And when we head into the mines, we want to come out with a lot of copper and iron ore. That's the goal. So let's go cut down some trees. Okay, so change of plans. I only got 39 logs, but I don't care. We're going into the mines anyways. I may die and lose all my stuff, and if that happens, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna die, okay? If I do, or if I'm about to die, I'll just pop one of these. You know what I'm saying? So no worries. Let's go. Okay, a little problem. I had to back out of the mines because my right hand died. I didn't charge my controllers, so it's gonna be a minute.